What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, man. Today, hopefully, we're gonna be lifting the V a little bit, as well as fixing our completely blown rear struts on this thing. I think I've shown it when I first put the truck together, but you can see like the rears just float. And it's probably because this does have a tow package on it, so somebody was probably towing pretty good with it. We're gonna be trying to fix that issue by putting brand new strut assemblies all the way around, and we got 1.5 inch lift spacers that we're gonna be putting on as well. And everything here, you can pick up at Maxpeedingrods, bro. That's right. This whole suspension, stock suspension setup for 02 to 06 Honda CR-Vs is available at Maxpeedingrods. Make sure you use my discount code DFSQUAD at checkout to save on your purchase. So this right here will keep money in your pocket because these are pretty cheap. And we did it a while back on Nisha's mom's 07 Accord, and they rode super good. They weren't like really bouncy. They were kind of firm. They had a nice rebound. I mean, absolutely perfect. So we're hoping for the same effect out of these. And to accompany them, we got spacers here. These are polyurethane, but these were pretty much the cheapest ones that I could get. These actually are produced in Dubai. So that's pretty freaking weird, but they're pretty stiff, man. They're not like, when I saw polyurethane, I don't know why I was thinking like kind of soft rubber or something, but it's like a hard plastic. And yeah, a lot of people use them on weird cars. Like I think I seen a Hyundai, some type of Hyundai lifted with them. They're like, they make lift blocks for some weird vehicles. Like you can get Kia lift blocks for like a Kia Forte or something. Like they have like weird lift blocks. So they had them, they're only like $100, bro. And they were in my range to where I wanted. I didn't want to go really past 2 inches because they say that's where you start having a lot of axle issues at. And from what I've seen, 1.5 inches is like the freaking sweet spot on these trucks. So that's where I'm at, bro. This lift is 40 millimeters, which equates to a little over 1.5 inches. So we'll be pushing the envelope. I mean, people run 2 inches, 2.5 inches and say they have no issues, but I wanted to make sure that I kept my joint within spec. Also in this box right here, I have both front axles from Maxpeedingrods. Huge shout out to them guys, man. And I don't need the the driver one just yet, but the passenger boot is completely ripped apart from the axle. And really, I'm surprised it's ran this long without making any noise because there can't be any grease left. Like the whole boot is separated. So I'm not gonna replace this one just yet because it's perfectly fine. But while we got this aside, like took apart, I'm just gonna pop this axle out and throw in the fresh MXR axle. And since we're gonna be lifting this thing, let's go ahead and see where we are stock. We do got bigger tires on it already, so it is a bit taller than factory, but right now we're sitting about basically almost 29.5 inches to the lower fender well on the front. Let's check the rear. 29.5 for the front, and about sitting right on 30 for the rear. So I'm gonna just double check this other side, but the rear's looking like it's on 30. which is wild because I thought the front side up higher than the back, but yep, it's about pretty even. Sitting right around 30 in the rear and 29.5 up front. So it's about a 1/2 inch difference in the rake. Not sure if this kit is gonna resolve that, but we should be higher. All right, boys, got the axles side by side here. This is the Maxpeedingrods unit here, and this is the busted one. The busted one looked pretty new as well, but for some reason, this clamp just came off this boot end, and I could not get it to stay on to save my life. And now it's been driven for a little while, probably with no grease. So I don't know, it's not clicking or anything. I don't know if I can save that or not, but I'm gonna keep it just in case and see if I can maybe pack some fresh grease in it and throw a new like clamp or whatever this thing is called on. But all right, guys, so I'm gonna be 110% with you. I have been fighting this dang CRV this entire time, and I haven't filmed really anything. I do want to give you guys some updates. So guys, in the back, I went ahead and started with the driver's side because it's got this dang charcoal canister that I had to drop down and get out of my way so that I know I got enough space to get this coil spring out and back in, especially with that lift. So the only thing I'm concerned about, I'm hoping for, is when I take this top bolt out right here, I'm hoping it's gonna give this thing enough play for me to get the spring in and out, because right now this thing does not move. So I don't know if it's the suspension holding it or what, but we are about to find out. Yesterday I stopped right there where you see that wrench is it, and yeah, I need to take this bottom bolt out and take the 2 bolts out up top, and possibly just go ahead and pull this bolt out too and get these brake lines and ABS sensor lines out of our way as well, and we should be good to go. Unfortunately, guys, it does not look like there's gonna be a video for Friday. Bro, there is always, I can never do a job and it work as it's intended the first time. I can never do a job A to B and it just be what it's supposed to be. This is why I don't work on anybody's stuff but mine. This is exactly why. You bring something in, you want coilover, suspension, whatever, and boom, the freaking lower bolts down here are seized up into the darn bushing, which I thought Honda left that back in '97 with the Accords, with the CD5s. I thought that was like the main car that would have that issue, but no, it appears to have followed right on through to these as well. So there is no rust. Like, I mean, I did spray a little penetrating oil on it, but as you can see, like there's no rust on this car, yet they are seized up in there. What was Honda doing? I don't know. So yeah, I've been cutting on this one a little bit. I think I'm a little bit past the halfway point on one side, and I started cutting on the inside. All right, gang, little progress update. I got this one cut out, which is right here. As you can see, that bolt was seized up in there. So I got that cut out. I started trying to get the new one in with the lift on it, and I realized that the lift, it's just a little bit off. So the problem I'm having, the thing that's killing me right now, is these springs are so narrow here, it's hard to get the compressors in. And this isn't like a CG or like I guess a car. This being a CRV, it's got more tension on this, like almost like a front strut. So you can't just back the bolt off and adjust this how you want it. But The issue I'm having is this bottom isn't lining up when I put the 2 holes in, so I need to shift it ever so slightly. I tried to eyeball it with the one that came off the car, but I guess I was just a little bit off, and it was not trying to really line up. I took a pause on that, and I figured, why not jump on the rear passenger side just to see if I'm gonna have issues trying to cut it, because that was gonna pretty much determine how this day was gonna go, to be honest. And basically, man, when I started turning that bolt out, it was seized in the sleeve, but it was like popping, like it was pressing it out of the sleeve through the bracket. It didn't be in the bracket or anything, it was just popping ever so slightly as I was threading it out, and it actually came out. So this is good news, because it means I don't have to cut this side, and I have the freaking bolt here. So now I can take this to like Ace or wherever I can find a bolt and just match it up with something they have with a nut, and we'll have the side that I cut. So that's really good, man. That was big, because I was nervous. I was thinking I was going to cut both sides, but the other side actually came out. And if you look at this one closely, you can see that I've already knocked the nut off this side. She is nice and open and ready for a new bolt. So everything's looking good, man. It's just now my issue is trying to get this freaking stuff lined up to where it needs to be, because when you do the lift, because again, it's a cheap lift, it's not the kind like you can just stick on and go. Like, I actually have to take the top hat off, knock the studs out, put the longer bolts in, and then put the blue lift like spacer on, then, you know, put it all back together. And so you can see the mess of stuff I got laying around. We got a setup that's working, man. And again, this has nothing to do with Maxpeedingrods. Maxpeedingrods strut assemblies are ready to go when you buy them. I'm just over here messing stuff up, trying to modify, and that's kind of why it's taking me so long. Like, if I would just put stock struts on, aside from that bolt being seized, we would just be in the wind right now. But no, I had to want to lift this thing. So this is kind of where I'm at. You can kind of get a cheat code of how lifted it is. It's up pretty good. All right, so yeah, this is where I'm at right now, man. The rear is jacked all up, but I think a lot of it is the rear needs a spacer now. For some reason, the tire is laying up against the freaking strut. So I need at least to be comfortable, at least an inch spacer, which is what I want to run anyway, to kind of make the tires sit more flush, because you can see they like way in. The rear is jacked up, bro, really high. And some of that is probably the tire, because like I said, the tire is laying on the strut, so it's probably not letting the suspension compress all the way down like it should. This is what I get, bro, for buying a cheap ass kit off of eBay. This is exactly what I get. And the truth of the matter is, I really feel like if I would have spent the extra $60, I would have got so much better of a product. I wouldn't have had to compress my springs, and it would have been a lot better. But my cheap ass, I found this polyurethane hardened plastic set for like $99 or something. And it's supposed to be an inch. Well, it was 40 millimeters, so it's supposed to be like right over 1.5 inches, which is like 1.6 inches or something like that. I mean, the front is sitting freaking amazing. Like, I love the front height. The rear, I don't know what the hell going on in the rear, but it's way tall. So I'm not sure. Again, some of it is gonna be the tires is smushed against the spring, so it can't come all the way down like it should. But push come to shove, what I might end up doing, order just the rears at 1.5 inches and try to swap those out. I mean, it's just gonna be another freaking, the good thing is all the bolts have been touched, everything works now. No more seized bolts, so That's the good thing, but it's still, it's ass, bro. Like, it sucks putting that stuff in, taking it out. And man, the charcoal canister, like, I don't know, bro, this shit sucks. If anything, man, if I can get, if the back comes down a little bit, I might freaking go up higher in the front. I don't know. Cause this is just, it's crazy. But we're gonna get it fixed. It's just, damn, bro. I really just want an inch and a half. That's all I freaking want. Nonetheless, man, I've been working on this thing pretty much, what's today, Sunday? I've been working on this thing, man, it's been like a week, bro. Like, I don't get time, man, to sit out here and mess with this stuff all day. Like, I don't have that luxury. I got other stuff I gotta do. So for the comment people that might say they could do stuff or do whatever in so much time, like, I don't get, like, when I have a problem, I don't have all day to fix it. Like, I have, most of the time I have to leave it and come back to it because it's just so much stuff I gotta do. But anyway, this video is not what I wanted to make, but I have to use this stuff, man, because I wasted a whole week messing with this damn truck and it's still all wonky as fuck. So with that being said, man, I'm just gonna wrap this video up here. I hope you guys found some type of enjoyment out of it. I'm gonna get this thing fixed eventually, but I'm gonna just try to get it to where it drives again for now, and then I'll just revisit it later. We're gonna do the eyeball alignment. We're gonna try to straighten the rear up as much as possible. Smack the like button for me. I will catch you guys next time. Remember, respect all bills. Peace out.